Hey, hey, what's up, you guys? It's Mandy. How's everybody doing today? Gonna give you guys a couple seconds to jump on. Comment below, say hi. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Give me some thumbs up, some hearts. Comment your favorite emoji below. Let me know what's up today. Happy Thursday. Sure, everyone's super enthusiastic because tomorrow's Friday. I want to talk about how are you vibrating. Okay, yes, I know that is kind of like a funny title. True story is, though, is that we're energetic beings and that we put off vibrational frequencies. So if you think of yourself as a magnet and whatever you're thinking, feeling, and speaking is exactly what you're going to attract into your life, then chances are you may choose to be a little bit more conscious aware of how you're vibrating. Okay, so how do we control our vibrational frequency, you might ask? Like, what do you mean, how are we vibrating? Well, that means, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? What are you speaking? Write this down. You may choose to take some notes on this. Hey, what's up, Melody? How are you, sister? So I'm like super fired up. I just pulled up to the gym. I'm about to go crush my workout. I required running some errands and stuff this morning. And I chatted with one of my clients a little while ago. We did a coaching call and it was absolutely amazing. And I get super enthusiastic and fired up after I talk to my clients, of course. And so I was like, you know what? Obviously, I hadn't worked out yet today. So I'm here at the gym about to crush my workout. But I was like, I'm going to do a video really quick for the public and just let you guys know how amazing you are, first of all, and that you are a vibrational being living in a vibrational universe, and that you are responsible for the reality that you are creating. So instead of playing the victim, blaming everybody else, blaming your childhood, blaming your circumstances, you are not a victim to your circumstances unless you choose to be. So if you're choosing to be a victim of your outer world, that's not ideal, right? So if you're basing everything on conditions and you're reacting based upon your conditions that are showing up in your life and you're focusing on your current reality, guess what that means? That just means you get more of your current reality. So if you like your current reality that you're living in, cool. Put your focus and put your attention there. However, if you desire something new and different in your life, which most of the time people do, which by the way, most of the time that we desire to have new things, and the reason we desire to have like materialistic things, and the reason that we desire to go on vacations, and the reason we desire for our divine partner, and the reason we desire for all these things simply is because we feel that if we have these things that it's going to make us happy. Truth is we get to be happy anyway. We get to feel our enthusiasm and our excitement and our passion for life anyway. And when we do that, we actually change how we're vibrating. Therefore, we're able to attract very easily. We get to go downstream. Then we're going with the flow. Everything that we're focusing on, that we're desiring, literally will come into our awareness. Like I said, you're pretty much a magnet. Whatever you're thinking, feeling, and speaking is responsible for how you're vibrating, and that's exactly what you're going to attract into your life. So unless you're in love with your reality, then I would recommend that instead of focusing on your current reality, that you're using that energy to focus on what you desire and what you choose to create. So I was just talking with my client a little bit ago. We did our coaching call and had the conversation of, I was like, use all of this energy, instead of focusing on the old, use all of this energy on creating the new. So whatever it is that you have going on, I invite and encourage you to understand, once again, that you're a vibrational being, that you're living in a vibrational universe, thinking of yourself as just a huge magnet, and that you're literally attracting what you're thinking, speaking, and feeling, okay? Because God, I use the word God. Use whatever word resonates with you, but God, source, creator, universe, we live in a vibrational universe. So whatever it is that you're expecting, whatever it is you're feeling, whatever it is that you're believing, exactly what you're going to get. So like I said, a good indication would be, look at your outer world, look at what's showing up in your world, look at what you have going on in your life, and then you can see, well, you know what, that makes sense, because that's how I've been feeling lately, and this is what I've been focusing on lately. And it goes a little bit deeper than that. It's not super surface level. It actually goes a little bit deeper, where you require then saying, well, you know what, in my subconscious mind, I likely have beliefs about this, and more than likely it was something that was formed when you were a very small child, before you had the intellectual capacity to understand what the F was even going on in your life, before you understood that, yes, mom and dad fight, you know, whatever it is, like whatever happened in your reality as you were growing up as a child. Because what happens is, thank you so much for the love, by the way, you guys. What happens is we start developing this stuff. It becomes a program in our subconscious mind. It's literally like a cassette tape, and it's playing over and over and over and over. And because that's the program that's in your subconscious mind, okay, because you can be consciously aware all day long. But if you're not consciously aware and then taking the actions to do the inner work to transform the subconscious mind, you're going to keep creating it, right? Because your beliefs are responsible for your thoughts, and your thoughts are responsible for how you feel. And then how you feel is based, you know, what actions you're taking. The thoughts create the actions, the thoughts create the feelings, and then it just keeps going. Literally, it can be like a repetitive cycle. Then you can stop and step back and see that you maybe have this pattern in your life forever since you can remember, or maybe something happens and it triggers something, and then you start believing a certain kind of way, you know, that people aren't trustworthy, whatever it looks like for you. It could be in relationships, it could be your finances, it could be your health. I mean, I could go on all day. But the reality is when you understand that you're the creator of your reality, and that if you have things showing up in your life that are less than desirable, that you get to take responsibility that somehow or another you're creating them. And if you're consciously aware of like, well, you know, and you're not really sure, chances are, and of course, it's coming from your subconscious mind. So what you do is you get to do the very deep inner work. Like I said, I just had a coaching call with the client. I was supporting her. These are things you require doing right now to transform what you have going on. Because like I said, if you're focusing on your current reality, you get more of your current reality. So I invite you to start considering, where are you investing your energy? And what I mean by vibrating is the fact that we are vibrational beings and we live in a vibrational universe. And so if you think about it in that way, it's like, how are you feeling most of the time? Like, are you feeling super duper enthusiastic and passionate about your life? Are you feeling really excited? Are you just like with a smile on your face, having a grateful heart, feeling your gratitude? Or are you feeling like, you know what, whatever, and I don't even want to go there because I don't want to put that energy out there, and I don't even want to speak that into my own existence right now? But in other words, if it's not super amazing and you're not super duper enthusiastic about your life, then you might have some areas in there where you can likely support yourself in doing some of the inner work to transform your reality. Okay, if you have any questions, obviously feel free to comment below. So take notes on this, okay? Take notes. Ready? Take notes. How you think is how you feel. How you feel is how you vibrate, and how you vibrate determines what you attract, okay? Like I said, that's very surface level, but at the same time, it kind of covers it. It's law of attraction, which is a law of the universe, which is there's many laws of the universe. It's not the only one, but it's the main one that most people know of. So how you think is how you feel. Well, guess what? How you think is based on your beliefs. So if you're only just all the time using your conscious mind, which can only hold about 7 bits of information, and if you're consciously active, like, and I'm pointing at my third eye, but in other words, if like you're consciously disciplined in your thinking, that's amazing. And that's what I do constantly, and that's what I teach. But at the same time, we get to go a little bit deeper than that, because that's actually kind of only scratching the surface, okay? That's very surface level. It's like kind of like positive thinking. You can only kind of positive think for so long, and it does help, and it does support you in some way. But the reality is that you get to dig deeper, and you get to see, you know what are my beliefs around that? Like, if you grew up in a household with lack, scarcity, and fear, if your parents had to put stuff on layaway, if you were often told, like, we don't have the money for that, or money doesn't grow on trees, or I can't get you those shoes, those are too expensive, you know, whatever it is, chances are you grew up with the mindset of having challenges with lack, okay? Lack, scarcity, fear. So then you're in your adulthood, and then you start feeling some type of way. Maybe you're having expectations. Maybe you have a limited closed mindset. Maybe you work a job where you get paid every week or every month or whatever it is, and you only make a certain amount of money. So therefore, you're always just expecting that amount of money. So when someone says something, you're like, no, I don't have the money, or I can't do that. I only make this amount of money per month, and this money goes to my bills, and I only have this amount of extra money. Well, guess what? When you have that belief, you're actually blocking all of the other unlimited channels and ability for you to attract and manifest more abundance into your life. Because how do you know that you're not going to pull up somewhere and get out of your car and take a few steps and find a $100 bill? How do you know that you're not going to get a check in the mail from where you overpaid, like the IRS or AT&T, and then all of a sudden you overpaid something? Or how do you know that they're in some kind of lawsuit that went on with some big company and you happen to be affiliated with it somehow, or with the Kindle books, because I've seen that like email about Kindle or something? In other words, like, how do you know that there's not more abundance that's able to flow into your existence? Because there always is. There's unlimited channels and unlimited resources for abundance, okay? I even had one of my clients, this was maybe like earlier, the beginning of this year, I think it was around February, and she was kind of in this place, and we were having this discussion. She was in one of my programs, and she straight up messaged me, and she said, Mandy, you know what? I just got contacted where her dad had actually left in his will some property. Getting a text message, just kind of throwing off my video. Her dad left some property for her in his will, and the one of the oil and gas companies was about to drill on that land, and she was about to get like a big fat check. Let's just say it like that. So she had no idea that this ever even existed. She had no idea that it was even possible. She didn't know, but she had been doing the work, because she's been working with me for a couple years now, and she'd been doing the work around abundance, around manifestation, around being open to receive with ease, like all the different things that I teach. And lo and behold, this happens. And actually, that same exact client too was in a relationship, and she was really desiring for her boyfriend. They had been together for quite some time, and she was ready for him to propose so they could get married, and also working with me and me supporting her and like shifting her vibrational frequency and all the different things that she did. And then she messaged me and she's like, oh my gosh, he proposed. And I was like, of course he did. So I could go on all day long, but like I said, how are you vibrating? Only you are responsible for how you're vibrating. Only you are responsible for what you attract. I just got off a coaching call earlier, and I was being funny because I like like to be funny, but I was like, your mama can't vibrate for you. Your husband can't vibrate for you. Your kids can't vibrate for you. That's the truth. Like, nobody else is controlling your vibrational frequency but you. And it all starts here. It's all about what are you thinking? What are you feeling? Because that's how you're vibrating, and that's what you're going to attract. But like I said, that's kind of surface level. So let's get a little bit deeper and let's dig into what are your beliefs. You know, what are your beliefs around finances? What are your beliefs around health? Like, I had someone talk to me yesterday about a girl whose family, she has a long line of history of breast cancer in her family. So she went and got that test done and then found out she has like that gene or whatever. So now she's all freaked out. Well, guess what? I'm sending her lots of love and healing energy. But when you start believing for something like that and then you have that fear set in, your mind is so powerful, my friends. And chances are a person that does something like that and then has this belief and has this fear around it, literally you can create cancer in your body. I'm going to tell you right now, you can do that if that's where your focus is. And you guys know I've overcome health challenges. I took antidepressants for 16 years. I used to drink alcohol heavily. I've been off of that for 3 years. Haven't been on antidepressants in 6 years. Like, I'm super into like health and fitness and all these great things. But the main thing I'm the most passionate about is consciousness. And literally, and this is my cool little shirt, this is the Om symbol, which means we are all one. And that's what they do when they chant, like in India, the Om, if you've heard that, like in meditation and stuff, it's O-M. And I just thought I'd show y'all that. But anyway, we are all one. Okay, so I'm sending lots of love and healing energy. What we think and believe about ourselves and what we do and the inner work that we do, it's all a collective because we are all one. So when you do this work on yourself and you heal yourself and you heal your life and you support other people and other people are healing and all that, like, it really does reflect. And I could go on all day, but you guys would be like, oh my gosh, because even our energy is responsible for the natural disasters that happen in the world. And like, if you ever look that stuff up about like hurricanes and earthquakes and fires and water and like what Mother Nature is really doing when a lot of those natural processes happen, like flooding, for example, was cleansing. So like when the hurricane happened last year in Houston and all that, you know, it's like the city required a cleansing. But that's kind of a little bit on another level. I just want to state, you know, that it's so important that we are consciously aware and that also that we all take full personal responsibility for healing our lives, to be honest with you. We all have traumas that we've been through. We all have challenges. We all have things. We all have beliefs and things in our subconscious mind that maybe you are aware of and maybe you aren't. If you require support, let me know. I do one-on-one coaching. I have a brand new program I'm about to launch. It's going to be called the 21-day self-love challenge. I'm actually about to write up the sales page for that and start kicking that off, but it's going to be a 21-day self-love challenge. It's going to be all about like digging deep, like the stuff I'm talking about right now, digging deep and figuring out what's going on in your current reality to support you to say, okay, well, if this is what keeps showing up and this is what I have going on, well, it just simply means that I get to change my belief. And like I said, there's some inner work and things that are involved in that. Of course, the positive thinking, the surface level thinking and feeling and all that's great too. There's lots of things you can do, lots of tools and techniques, things that I use to transform my life personally and that I support and teach other people, obviously, and empower them to do it for themselves. But there's a lot to it, and it can be done, and I'm living proof. So feel my love and appreciation for everybody who jumped on the video. I'm fired up, about to get in there and get my workout on. What's up, Ashley, my beautiful sister Liz? How are you? And I see you jumped on. What's up, Bobby? Jasmine. Ashley says, I desire a change, but find it hard to put into practice things to talk about. Yeah, well, you just have to do it, my beautiful sister. You have to be committed. If somebody desires something, you require being committed. Like, I mean, that's why I, like for my one-on-one coaching, that's why the investment is what it is, because I'm so highly committed. So it's like, if you're coming to play with me and you're requiring support, I'm going to expect you to be on my level and be committed. And that's what it takes to make changes, you know? If you're really ready, okay? And obviously I know you are. You've done lots of my programs. You've been with me for quite some time. So you just have to make a commitment. I don't really know how else to tell you, beautiful. Romero says, I love this. What's up, Giovanni? I appreciate the heart. Micah, my beauty. She says, hey, sister. Amazing. Headed to the gym also. Hey, what's up, Alicia? How are you, gorgeous? Yeah, so I'm about to get in there and crush my workout. I just want to say, how you think is how you feel. How you feel is how you vibrate. How you vibrate determines what you attract. But it's more than just that surface level, scratching the surface of how you're thinking. It's like, let's get to the root of it. Let's get to the beliefs. Let's see what's going on in your world. Let's look at your outer world, understanding that your outer world is just simply a reflection of your inner world. Let's do that deep inner work. It can sometimes be painful, and we have a choice. Are we going to choose to look at it as pain, or are we going to choose to say, you know what, this is allowing me to let more light in, more light into my heart to transform me so I can be the soul or the spirit that God, source, creator, universe created me to be. Because the truth is that we are just souls or spirits here having a human physical experience, and that's beautiful. And once you really start tapping into all that, it's like an onion, you know, it's like layers. So you take off that layer, and then you get to the next healing level, and you peel that layer back, and you get to that next healing level, and you peel that layer back, and then you become more and more empowered, and then you have the body, the life, the everything of your dreams, the finances, the health, the divine partner, whatever it looks like for you. And it's so easy and effortless to begin creating your reality that you literally feel like you're a magician, because that's what you are, because we are all the creators of our reality. Like, it's just amazing and wonderful. So if you don't know, now you know. And if you desire some support, stay tuned for my brand new program. It's going to be called the 21-Day Self-Love Challenge. You may require or cancel on require. You may choose to do that program, and also one-on-one coaching if you guys are interested. Comment below or send me a private message and let me chat with you about how I can support you. Crystal, how are you, gorgeous? And I'm about to go crush my workout. I trust y'all are having an awesome day, and I'll chat with y'all soon. Mwah. Bye, guys.